Hello everybody. First of all, I want to thank you for all of you for subscribing. It's not something that I ask of you, but those of you who do, and those of you who watch as well, I'm extremely appreciative. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate all of you. And on to what I'm doing right now. This is Sentential Logic video 5. I have done 4 videos prior to this, which is talking about translation and core concepts and such. But in this video, I'm starting truth tables, which, you know, in every single logic system, we have semantics, which is about truth and meaning, and then we have syntax, which is about like proofs and such. And I'll be doing proofs after truth tables here, but hopefully you can all see that. I'm gonna have to do like 3 videos about truth tables, because in truth tables you're basically of a argument or of a certain sentence. In this kind of logic, you're with truth tables, what you're doing is you're proving logical truth, truth, functional truth, validity, equivalence, consistency, and such. You're proving out that stuff. So I'm gonna have to do like three or 4 videos on truth tables alone. But in this video, I'm gonna give you the basic 5 truth tables, which if you want to, I guess, do well in on a logic test that has truth tables, you have to memorize these 5. And I will explain what they are here in a bit. So a truth table is the semantics of SL. For SL, we have the semantics. Marker's getting shitty. Semantics. What semantics are? Semantics are about truth and meaning, and to prove validity and soundness and such in sentences and arguments of SL, you do truth tables. And if we're doing semantics of PL or quantificational logic, we do things like interpretations. And but this is a bit easier than that, I think. So a truth table is like, these are 5 things that you have to memorize if you want to do well on a truth table test in a logic class. Each 5 of these, each one of these truth tables are the main ones that you have to memorize, because they all represent a connective. And I have a video talking about each one of these connectives. We have the tilde, which means not, and the ampersand, which means and, the wedge, which means or, the horseshoe, which means if then, and the triple bar, which means if and only if. So these are the truth tables which you really can't reason through or think about. I guess you really can't reason through it in order to make it easier for you. These are just the way they are, and that is the way they are. And you have to know these. Like you have to know, like, if you have a true and a false, and you have a ampersand, you have to know what the whole value of the whole thing is. And I guess the whole thing is that if you know what your value is for one of your sentential letters, then given if you were to memorize these, then you should know what the value of the whole thing is. Now, this one and the middle ones of all these represent the value of the whole thing, given the values of your letters. Now, this part, these are all what is called the ledger, where you have. I'll start with this one first. If P were to be true, then if you were to slap a tilde on it, you would have the value of the whole thing would be false. whenever you have a tilde that you slap onto a letter, that reverses the truth value. So if you have a letter which is true and you slap a tilde on it, then it's false. And if you have a false letter and you slap a tilde on it, then it becomes true. Very, very basic. Okay, now on to the ampersand. Now again, this is I want to be able to explain this more, but it's not really that easy because you just have to memorize it. It's something that you have to just know. Now on to ampersand, or the conjunction. One rule of thumb for this is that the only time that a ampersand is true is when they are both true. If you have T and T, of course they're true. If they're both true, then the whole thing is true. Now again, all that matters here is this. This is the whole truth value, because you have to know this, because when you move on to like proving arguments valid, or proving that certain sets of sentences entail a certain sentence, you have to know what any given connective means, or what it means in a truth table. If we have both of them true, that is the only time, given a ampersand, that the whole thing is true. If we have T and F, false. F and T, false. F and F, false. Okay, on to the wedge. Again, this is what matters. Wedge, or the only time that a wedge is false is when they are both false. So true and true, true. True and F, or T and F, true. Or I mean T and F, T, F and T, T. But when they're both false, it's false. Because given this, to kind of reason through this, if you have it is Tuesday, or it is not, or it is not Tuesday, that is true, because it is always either Tuesday or not Tuesday. Okay, on to horseshoe. Horseshoe means if then, means if P then Q, and again, this is what matters here. The only time that a horseshoe is false is when we have T then F. So T and T, T, T and F, F, F and T, T, F and F, T. Because the only time that a horseshoe is false is when the first one is true and the following one, or is when the antecedent is true and the consequent is false. Okay, on to the triple bar again. This is what matters. Okay, the only time in a triple bar that the whole thing is true is when both sides are the same. So T and T, T, F and F, T. However, T and F, F, F and T, F. Because if they're both T or both F, then the whole thing is true. These are just the basic things that you have to kind of know. Now, again, I would like to recommend the logic book, which can be purchased on Kindle or your Kindle app for your iPad, and also in print, because that is one of the best books for logic. I was taught logic with the logic book. This marker is dying. This is a really good book. There are other good books, but that one, I was taught logic with that one, and it has a lot of problems with it. It has a lot of problems in it, and it's really easy to understand. So, I'll be doing a video. I'll be doing videos following this on how to figure out via truth tables whether something is functionally true, false, and indeterminate. Videos on validity, entailment, consistency and equivalence. So after this, I'll probably have 2 or 3 more videos on truth tables, and then I will likely move on to doing proofs in SL. So if you think I've messed up or left something out, I don't think I did, because this whole thing is pretty cut and dry and pretty simple. But if you have a question on how to do something in truth tables, or questions on anything, definitely comment below, because whenever you comment, I get an email, and if your comment is constructive, then I will always respond. So thank you.